and welcome back. This is Crescentvaults episode 3, and we got migrants. A whole bunch of them, actually. I actually didn't notice how many. That is 8 extra migrants, so 8 more people to house. You'll see that I gave in to temptation and chopped down a couple trees. Yeah, well, tough. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that should be enough beds. However, you'll notice that our dwarves are on the brink of starvation because they couldn't be bothered to actually harvest the plants they planted. Goody. So now it's up to me to make sure these dwarves don't starve to death. Hopefully that'll be enough food. Okay, so the butcher doesn't do anything, so I sent him to plant gathering. The hunter I set to smelting. And I'm pretty sure I set the soap maker to beekeeping and clothes making. So maybe we can actually get to that silk soon. I have no clue. Oh, instead of going down, I pressed the question mark. So as you can see, we're actually digging down a quite rapid and comfortable pace. But we still haven't found the aquifer, which bothers me quite a lot. Oh well, guess I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. So, let's see how far down we got. And we still have quite a ways to go, which will make actually filling in the aquifer quite difficult. There are actually quite a few different ways you would go about trying to fill in an aquifer. The method I tend to use is digging out like a trench. Like, say you dig out a square bit of land, and then you keep going down, digging it, and then you get rid of any supports you have so the land collapses, filling in the aquifer tiles, and allowing you to dig a staircase down into past the aquifer. Of course, this tends to kick up dust, and sometimes a dwarf will collapse along with it, which tends to be what happens when I try to fill in an aquifer. Are brown recluses count as vermin? That's why I can't see them. Because I see the monarch butterfly, and I'm pretty sure there was a gibbon, because he shows up in the deceased. So you guys missed a little bit because of failure to save the recording capture. However, I'm sure we'll make up for it with a lot of good smelting goodness. So let's see. I think I'm going to snake a couple more aluminum. And I'll start smelting that hematite. Now, I have been eyeing the clay for quite some time, because clay is a very good industry, especially when you have lava so easily accessed. I mean, it's pretty much free money at this point. But glazing tends to increase pottery value, and the best glaze use tin. I don't believe we have tin, but if we did, we usually would make bronze with it. However, since we have iron, which makes steel, I don't think we'll need tin for any other use. So it might be an interesting idea to import tin just for the glaze. I know the monetary value probably wouldn't add up very well, but it's something interesting to consider, because I've never managed to properly glaze something in this game before. I mean, I've been playing for years, but when you get to a certain point, there isn't much you absolutely must do. It's pretty much all up to you at certain points. So, let's place a loom made out of basalt. That would actually be very interesting to see, seeing a loom out of basalt. And I think I'll make the cheese maker a web gatherer if I can find it. Oh, I gave them the pottering and glazing. So let's see. Spinning, I believe it's called. Web gatherer. Well, as far as I can tell, that's what it is. I thought I set up the refuse pile. Yeah, there's a refuse pile. They'll pick it up eventually. And they're actually collecting some stuff, but we no longer have drinks. So they're always on the brink of starvation here, even though they're surrounded by food. It's kind of sad, really, when your only farmer doesn't get around to actually harvesting the food. It's just planting the seeds. Yes, you're out of seeds, so please harvest the plum helmets you have. Oh, I think he is. Oh, wait. I think the problem is I don't have a stockpile for it. Man, I feel so dumb. Honestly. And let's set up a normal stockpile. And I think I'll smooth this area out. And I'll set up a coin stockpile. Usually I use custom stockpiles just to wholesale place everything in, but I only want this area for coins. Because we're a bank. A fine marble bank. Maybe I should add pillars. I suppose that's something to think about later on. So, an interesting topic people talk about nowadays is robotics. Well, I know a thing or two about robotics, and they're talking about the processing power of robots, how they'll eventually exceed humanity. And I go, yeah, I mean, that tends to what we do, but by the time they get so powerful and can intuit as well as a human, I think by then we'll probably improve upon humanity. The term is called transhumanism. I wrote a paper on it a while ago. And transhumanism is very interesting. A topic that's related to it is called the rapture of the nerds, where the human condition is so different from our own currently that it would be that we would have a tough time connecting to any humans in the far future. And yeah, I think by the time we actually have robots to the point where we have to be afraid of them, we'll understand more about ourselves and probably improve upon it. And for those of you who find that improving humans by genetic engineering or like mechanical implants, I mean, I understand it. Yeah, I find it scary too a lot. The changing humanity, what it means to be human. But if you think about it, conservatism actually has quite a... It's been reflected throughout centuries. Every society has a conservative culture around it. Like the Romans complaining about how the next generation were becoming more and more Greek. So conservatives will always exist, and it's good. It means we keep to our traditions, but eventually culture will change and our views will change with it. Things we do today would be unimaginable back in the ancient times. Things we even talk about openly would be unthinkable. So I think eventually, after generation, transhumanism and genetic engineering and mechanical implants, the idea behind them would change. Maybe even become more accepted. A whole bit about transhumanism is about trying to achieve perfection, us becoming better than what we are. It's a very interesting topic. I mean, a lot about it... Oh, we're still running out of alcohol. A lot about transhumanism is... Oh, wait, I talked about that already. What I really want to talk about is how, like, they say that prosthetics for people with disabilities, like, that'll eventually lead into improvements upon the human condition. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I remember writing about and reading. So it's a very interesting kind of movement that's got going on. I mean, it'll probably not be achieved for like hundreds of years. I mean, we still don't really understand DNA. We still have quite a few things to map out about proteins. Oh, we actually have a trading. I hope we have enough coins. So, yeah, we still have to map out a lot of DNA, epigenetic triggers, proteins. Is the Prometheus project still going on, trying to map out all the proteins? I don't remember. But yeah, I know that the guy who makes Dwarf Fortress Toadies says that they're going to implement boats. And I think that's going to be an amazing addition to the game, because I actually want to see docks and such. Because then it'll be cool seeing the merchants come from the docks onto our island. Like, I hope to see this as a bastion of civilization and currency. Okay, we need a trader, move goods. Let's try to find where coins are. And welcome back. So I found out how to get coins. You actually have to search for them. Not sure which exact screen they're supposed to show up on, but I found out coins so we can actually trade. Trade goods for currency. And let's add some aluminum bars on there to sweeten the deal. Now, let's see. We don't need wood anytime soon because I gave him to temptation. I suppose we'll have to decide. Ooh, kittens. Oh goodness, they're going to adopt some dwarves, and when they die, oh my goodness, it's going to be a mess. Even though this is supposed to be a tropical island, I'm pretty sure it's in a temperate climate, so I don't think the winters will get too bad, but we might see some snow. Let's see what our expedition leader's doing. And he's conducting a meeting where no one else is doing anything. You know, this is pretty much a hovel. Roll the same as ever. What is something we can't get on our own? Because we got silk. Ooh, eggs. Yeah, I think we might want some milk. We might be able to afford a cow, but I'm not so sure about keeping one alive, so it might be just smarter to get some milk. Extracts. Milk. And honeybee venom. You can't do much with venom, but the Masterwork mod actually lets you put venom on certain weapons. Well, I want to try making instruments on our own. Ooh, sand. We need sand. Okay, we don't need it, but it'll be interesting to work with. So let's... I don't really want to put it on full priority, because I'm pretty sure priority means they'll give it to you at a higher cost. Which makes sense. I mean, they travel all this way. Let's get some cheese. Cheese World. Yeah, we'll need alcohol too. Pets. Shields. I'm pretty sure if you're here, you've probably read, like, Boat Murdered. Well, in the Stellaris mod, they actually reference Boat Murdered as one of the worlds they visited. And I just thought it was so hilarious reading through how they actually ruined the world with lava. Okay. I can't remember what I was trying to get on the first place. So I think that has to be good enough. Okay. And they want cheese, plants, what appears to be fish, or toy. No, toys. They want toys. So, we might make a lot of money making toys. And sorry if I paused too long there. It's just I was trying to actually... Ooh, puppies! Oh, dogs are much better than cats, but cats actually get rid of vermin. So... let's sell all our coins. I mean, I know we'd rather keep them, but it's a double in value. It's pretty much free money. Well, yeah, it's coins. And the trader profits by 2,000. Let's toss in an extra 1,000. So let's purchase some things. Oh, I tried to actually stick on some tin bars, but I forgot. I guess we can look at it next year. So let's find the sand. A platinum flask. You know, there's this one guy who's talking about, let's get honeybee venom just because we can. So we need beer. Ooh, we can actually get food so they don't starve. So this guy, he talks about how he only traded lead goblets to elves, and he liked to pretend he was poisoning them slowly. And I go, that's the way to do it. We always need more bags, some more sand. Yeah, so I'm getting a lot of sand so we can actually kickstart the glass making industry, which will be fun to try. Not try, I mean I've done it before, but who knows. You know what? I think I'm going to put another cut here, and when I'm done trading, I'll get back to you. So welcome back. I've traded some goods so we can actually get some food. Yeah, my dwarves are no longer on the precipice of starvation. Always a good thing. Let's see. We're still digging out bedrooms. And I think I've managed to convince the dwarven homes that we are not living in absolute poverty, even though they kind of are. More migrants. No, don't come here. I don't have bedrooms or beds for you. So I think I have to dig out another apartment complex. Let's make sure they're nice and extra toasty. Just here. And I think this will be where the dining hall, temple, and library shall be. And let's add some more. Like, how do you guys go about designing your forts? Usually I just try to dig out squares and more squares, because that seems to be a very dwarven design aesthetic. It looks kind of like a power plug right now. I guess it'll look better when it's dug out. But yeah, 3x3 bedrooms. I suppose for dwarves that would be something worth trying to migrate and cross vast oceans. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember from the spelunking adventures, but this is very far away from any other dwarven habitats. So they are rather far away from all other known civilization, and probably from friends or family, unless they're trying to migrate here too along with them. Because I know our expedition leader's in love. I mean, good for him. So let's smelt tetrahedrite. I think I'll actually try to get another smelter going. You know what? I think I'm going to collect clay and try to make some clay crafts. Good to see. I mean, I haven't read any of you guys' possible comments about transhumanism, but I'd be interested in seeing what you guys think about it. It's an interesting topic of discussion. You know what? I think I'll wrap up the episode now, and I hope to see you guys again soon.